Welcome to the Santa Cruz Coffee Break. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcast, please follow, hit the like button, or any subscribes. It really helps us with the algorithms. Santa Cruz Coffee Break is produced by the Santa Cruz Guitar Players Forum. All opinions are those of the speakers. We invite you to join us on the Santa Cruz Guitar Players Forum at SCGCPF for more fun. Now, let's get on with this installment of Santa Cruz Coffee Break. We'd like to welcome everybody to the 104th-2 Santa Cruz Guitar Players podcast. And this is our second take in the last half hour because of some button that didn't get pushed somewhere. I don't know, Zoom. Not making any friends here. But Lisa's kind enough to give us her time again. And Lisa, we'd love to welcome you in.
Thank you so much for having me back. It's a pleasure getting to talk to you guys. So happy to do it a second time. Yeah.
So you have a lot of things coming up, and you especially have something in San Francisco.
Yeah. So the event that's coming up is in presentation partnership with Acoustic Guitar Magazine. Greg Ruby and I will be co-leading and holding a workshop and a house concert in San Francisco on Saturday, March 21st. And it's really special to have Greg come out. He's living in New York, so whenever that we can meet up, it's always a synergy event. And during the workshop, we're going to be taking a look and talking about our perspectives on arranging and improvisation over the same song. And then we're going to talk about tools needed to collaborate together. And Greg and I have had the amazing experience to perform on stage, go into the recording studio, play at festivals, and just working it out all those little details behind the scenes and on stage or in the recording studio. We're going to just talk about the nuts and bolts of that in order to have everybody shine when we're on stage or in the recording studio. And there's a certain je ne sais quoi. And I feel like Greg and I, what we really share is this philosophy of really enjoying the people and admiring the people that we play with, so that when we're on stage with them, we create this framework, and then they're able to, whoever person is playing, they're able to do their thing and shine. And I think that's something that both Greg and I really share.
That was a really interesting phrase you used, was tools for collaboration. And I don't think I've ever heard it said that way. Which,
yeah.
Whoa, boy, that puts some sauce on the 21st.
Yeah, I think what Greg and I, what we both share in our values is listening, right? Of course, if we are collaborating, we have our both visions. There is the capacity to listen to another person's input, and then how do we work that into the process if it's if we in a way that enhances the material or the music that we're playing. So just the capacity to be able to welcome ideas and then workshop them or finesse them into a way that where everyone can agree and feel good about it.
So this is going to be held the 21st of March at a secret location that you find out after you sign up for.
Right, yeah. It'll actually be held at my place here in San Francisco. So people can buy the ticket leak right off of my website, and the location will be shared. And if there are any questions, you can reach out to me directly. But how the events day, the order events on Saturday the 21st is we're going to meet up early in the afternoon around 1, and then we're going to have the workshop, which will be an hour and a half, depending on people's questions, which we're really going to welcome people's questions and their input. And I think that's what's really amazing of having an in-person event is just we welcome people's feedback and questions, and so we're going to have that part of the workshop, take a little break with some snacks and drinks, and then Greg and I will have we'll perform a house concert where we're going to play solo and duo sets together.
Wow.
Uh, we'll make sure that we get that link posted, both with the Facebook and the YouTube spot. But you've been a busy little player. I do see a Guggenheim shirt there, and I know you were overseas for some projects, and tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so last spring, early summer, was out in France doing an artist residency in Brittany on this island called Belle Ile, and spent almost 2 weeks there, getting to compose and really just getting immersed in the
Mm.
nature and the culture out there, which was a very magical place. And then also getting the opportunity to meet up with a bunch of amazing French player friends, old and new, from everywhere from like Paris to Bordeaux and Saint Jean de Luz in the Basque Country. So that was really incredible. Just getting to see the diaspora of jazz, people playing straight ahead jazz, but then also, drinking from the well and seeing the French players play Django. So that was a really incredible experience just to reconnect with everybody out there. And then yeah, back in December, a couple of months ago, was out in New York and played the Guggenheim in New York with the Cornelius Eady Group. And that was a very incredible milestone honor to play the Guggenheim Museum, being at the bottom of the rotunda. And the exhibition was a lifetime exhibition of Rashid Johnson, who is this an incredible African American artist. So, being a former New Yorker, I've really revered the Guggenheim. It's a powerful place for art, and then to marry both art and music there was a dream come true, and then also be a part of the art on display, which was really incredible.
It's great.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really that's something that's pretty wonderful. Um, you've been out here almost 2 years, a little over 2 years now,
Almost 2 years. April will be 2 years.
and it's a different scene, I'm sure, than New York is for sure. I mean, you don't have a car in New York.
True. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely putting on the miles here in my RAV4. Uh, but I feel very fortunate. There are some incredible players here in the Bay Area. For instance, Mimi Fox, who is not only my mentor and friend. I'm gonna go see her play on Sunday at Bach Dinner and Dancing. It's Half Moon Bay, but just some incredible players, like the band that I play with for the San Francisco Symphony Outreach Program, Adventures in Music. There's Will Berg, who is on saxophone and flute and clarinet, who can play any kind of music, straight ahead to theater. Amy Molinelli, who's a Brazilian choro percussionist, who is incredible. Dan Fabricant, who is one of the hardest working bassists here in the San Francisco. And so I feel really blessed because the caliber of musicians out here is just as inspiring as in New York. And people are hungry to play. I mean, there is that same kind of fire and inspiration for people wanting to create really great art. And in that respect, I feel really lucky. I mean, in the sense that my family has been living here in San Francisco for my brother's been here for 30 years. I grew up in LA, but this is my first time living in the Bay Area, so I feel lucky having that family connection already. So it wasn't like I was just going to a new city altogether, but having that family synergy as well as the music, it just feels like a total experience in that way.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Any new gear?
Oh, any new gear? That's a great question.
Hey, I just bought a new amp this week.
only because I showed it at a gig and my amp was dead, so I had to plug into the back of a PA speaker.
Oh, what did you get, Tad? What did you get?
I got a little Boss Katana, the little 50
Oh,
watt version. In fact, I'm sitting here playing with it because we're going to have our first rehearsal tonight, and I'm going to drag it in there, and it's got an awful lot of knobs.
Amazing. You know, I haven't bought any new gear I I guess maybe that's just a testament to the gear that already have. Like I have a Santa Cruz guitar OM, which is still it's my only steel string guitar, and I have a Sadowski archtop as well as a Manouche guitar made by Larkspur Lutherie in Montreal. So they've been all been workhorses, and those are the three main guitars that I've been playing, especially the Santa Cruz, which I use in lessons as well. But what I had to do was I had to get them set up, and not only from moving from New York to San Francisco, but just I do use these instruments so much, and so I took them down to the House of Twang in SoCal, which is very close to Santa Cruz. And Gerard and Carolyn were former workers from the Santa Cruz Guitar Company and Santa Cruz, yeah, and who worked closely with Richard Hoover. So that's what I did a couple of weekends ago. I took my Sadowski and my Manouche guitar and drove down to SoCal and had them set it up in their beautiful Plek machine. And it's a drive for me to get down to SoCal. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours, but to work with Gerard and Carolyn at their shop, those are the people that I trust. I consider them guitar family, and so those are who I take my guitars to for maintenance. So I consider that new gear. I mean, when I got my guitar back after the Plek machine, I was like, oh my God, my mind was blown. It was like playing a new instrument altogether. So shout out to House of Twang. If you need any of your guitars set up or repaired, definitely check them out.
And a great line of clothing as well.
And stickers and stickers.
Yeah, in memory of Cowboy.
Yeah,
It's a
totally.
it's a good story. You're still swimming.
Yep, still swimming. Try to get there every day. Although during this last storm, it's had to stay out of the water for the week. But try to hop into the ocean every day, wherever I am, whether or not that's here in California, in France, or New York, or in Seattle. Just try to get in. It's the lifeblood. It keeps everything moving.
Boy, everybody that doesn't live in California, and especially Northern California, they think 75 degrees. We're running around 54 here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that's a wetsuit, folks.
Yeah.
It's because it's not long otherwise. It's cold water. Ted and I have a kind of funny running joke about his amp. He at one time told me that I just want a volume and a tone knob.
I wasn't even sure about tone.
Yeah, I just want that. And somehow I fell upon something that was made in Southern California in the early 70s, and it's a volume and a tone knob. What is it? Rockton? Is that the name? Is that the name on it?
It's just called the Rock Amp.
Yeah, it's a crazy. It was a crazy company, and they're just not out there. But I'm just trying to convince him to use that in a gig instead of trying to deal. Just volume and tone, dude. It's all you.
Yeah, no, I do like a little bit of reverb and yeah, and it's fun to play around with some of these other settings. I mean, I don't know how I'd use them, but then again, I'm just trying to get used to electric guitar, so it's all new and exciting and different and a pain in the ass.
As far as amps go, I used to have 3 amps, and then I got a Henriksen Bud 6, and that was it. I was,
Those words of yours have rung in the back of my mind for a long time. And
yeah.
yeah, yeah, I was very tempted when they were having their sale back in December. I was seriously tempted, but I don't know. Playing with these guys that I'm playing with, you have to worry about beers getting spilled on things and all kinds of other things. And if I could just keep that amp at home or something, I'd be
Mm.
really happy with it. Or if I could play in shall we say, more refined venues.
But
Well,
they don't have the character, Tad.
well, I can definitely attest that the Henderson's a workhorse, and it's the only amp I own. So I use it for my Santa Cruz guitar, to my Sadowski Archtop Jim Hall, to my Telecaster, and it sounds great from acoustic guitars to archtops, and it can handle effects really well. So, if the opportunity presents itself.
It probably will one of these days soon. I just they're expensive. They're expensive, and I'm just hesitant because I don't know enough about this. I mean, this is a $399 amp. And if something horrible were to happen to it, that would be very sad, but it's not the end of the world. And when you get up to, well, you have the Blue Six or the Bud
I
Six?
have the Bud 6 with the two inputs.
There's the two inputs,
And
yeah.
I find them handy just because, if I'm on a gig where I need acoustic guitar, like my Santa Cruz and the Sadowski, I'm set. I don't need to bring an AB box. I can just plug both of them in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I'll probably
Lisa-
live to regret this, but
Lisa, thanks for coming on with us. And we'll make sure we get the links posted to the 21st of March in San Francisco. Plenty of airplane tickets. I'm still after the Super Bowl. I'm sure there's plenty of airline tickets available out here. Or if you don't live out on the West Coast, and if you do, try to get up there for this thing because I'm sure it's going to be really great.
well,
Yes.
let's emphasize also that you don't have to be there for both the workshop and the concert. I mean, you can just come to the concert, which would be worth it in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
definitely. And if you go to my website, lisalouguitar.com, click on the shows link, it'll list those options. But, if you're taking the workshop, come to the house concert as well, because you'll be seeing all those concepts that we talk about in the workshop put to use. And it'll be a great time when we look forward to seeing everybody.
That's
Fantastic.
great. Thank you for your afternoon, Lisa. We appreciate it very
Oh,
much.
thank you so much for having us. Always a pleasure and honor. And hope to see you all soon.
Number
Sounds good.
104-2.
Here we go.
All right.
Have a
Bye.
great day.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this installment of the Santa Cruz Coffee Break. For more music-related fun, please join the Santa Cruz Guitar Players Forum at SCGCPF or santacruzguitarplayers.com. If you have any questions or possible podcast topics, please contact us. If you have a product or service that you feel would be of value to our listeners, please consider adding your support and keeping the coffee pot on. Contact us for more information. We ask that you hit the like, follow, bell, or bookmark buttons so we can keep you informed of upcoming podcast episodes. We hope you enjoyed Santa Cruz Coffee Break. Now it's time to go play your guitar.